guys, to another race.
And we are back at it here with another episode of the Formula One Manager 23 Road to Glory Career Mode series with McLaren. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future action, as well as if you did miss the last episode, be sure to go ahead and check that out as we started off the season not so great at Bahrain. We are now on to weekend number 2 in Saudi Arabia at Jeddah. Really excited for this one because we do have new car parts on the cars, I should say. We've got the new ML23F2 FW2 front wing, which when we go to look, it does basically give us plus 0.010 Gs of low speed, 0.008 medium, and 0.008 high-speed Gs. The dirty air turbulence is a whole 1.62% better, and the brake cooling is 1.33% better. We have that on both the cars. Our side pods will not be ready until the next race, most likely, or even 2 races from now. Most likely will not be ready for that. Very disappointing performance in the last go around, but we're not going to waste too much time here on the main screens as facilities. Right now, everything for facility management is at a 2-star. Staff facilities, we've got the team hub up to a 2-star, or up to a 2-tick. If anything, we might want to work on our scouting department next. Our operation facilities, we've got the boardroom now up to 2. A hospitality area, we could go for a bump, but that's 1.8 million. And realistically speaking, team attractiveness goes up to plus 15. We honestly might want to do that in order to bring in new racers. So we'll go ahead and upgrade the hospitality area up to a 2-star, and that bumps us down to 20 million on the year. But realistically speaking, there isn't too much else we need to do as we get ready for the Jeddah weekend. Performance targets: reach Q3. Fastest lap would be amazing. Probably not going to happen. I would love to reach Q2, but I don't know with the new wing if that's going to be possible. So we're not going to really do anything with the performance targets. We're going to obviously keep Norris and Piastri as our racers. Why can't I go back from here? Interesting. Can't go back from there, but we are ready for the weekend. So we'll go ahead and simulate through practice and then get right into qualifying for this weekend here at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Really excited for this weekend, so we'll go ahead and get up to the qualifying round. And the results for practice 3 at least: Oscar Piastri with that new wing up in 18th, and Lando Norris is up in 13th, so that'd be good enough for Q2. So let's hope for a decent qualifying as we get ready for qualifying. Track simulation, our drivers are at 100%. Car parts knowledge, 91 and 82. And the setup satisfaction, not the best for either drivers, 46 and 47 respectively. That is what it is. I'm hopeful that these guys are going to be able to race well and qualify well, but we'll have to wait and see as we get underway here for the qualifying here in Jeddah. Really excited for this race. I'm not expecting us to do as bad. I really hope that we do a little bit better than we did last time with 17th and 20th for our positions. I am really expecting us to try to see if we can get one car into Q2, and then we'll talk about my predictions when we do our car setup for the weekend. But let's go ahead and get into qualifying here. Continuing into qualifying 1, we're going on the soft tires. We will manage qualifying 100%, and let's see what we can do here. Track is... grip is high, so we're going to actually send out Oscar Piastri. We'll get him sent out. Skip that cutscene and see what he can do. We'll take a look at the track and see who actually goes out early. Verstappen is early, so let's send out Norris. I don't want him to get caught up in any traffic as Piastri starts his flying lap. Let's see what he can do here. I'm hopeful if he could put in any... I'm really wanting him to get some green sectors as we're going to watch him here. Also throw on Norris's information so that when he does get going, we will know. Piastri, decent start to the lap. Looking pretty decent around these corners. As he's buzzing along here. Purple, obviously purple Q, or sector 1, because I'm pretty sure he's the first person to set times out on course. Absolutely buzzing around the big hairpin turn. He might end up in a little bit of traffic here. Looks like we've got Sainz and potentially Perez in front of us.
And track is now clear.
And it looks like Lando Norris is going to have a decent opportunity to have a very open track. It's Piastri. Let's hop on board his camera angle right here as he's buzzing around the turns. He's absolutely flying. Let's hope Carlos Sainz gets out of the way. He does. Thankfully, it looks like Norris started his flying lap. Grip is high on track, which is beautiful right now. And I think this is going to be a perfect turn coming out for Piastri, which his first sector is now a green sector, now that somebody's actually gone through there with their flying lap. And here is Piastri. First lap is a 1:29.897. Not terrible, but not great. So let's hop on board with Lando Norris. He's just about to get to the hairpin turn. But let's see here. He's buzzing around. He's got a green sector 1. And let's see what he can do here. Lando decently around the chicanes there. Let's see what he can do. Buzzing around the track. No one else has really set a time just yet. Looks like either Verstappen or Perez will have done so. Verstappen, a 1:27.359. So we are way off the pace with Piastri. 2.538 seconds, but it is better than Nick De Vries, which is very nice, by 0.02 of a second, as Lando Norris flying around here. Let's see what he can do. How is he going to finish up? It's not going to be as good as Verstappen, and it is going to be better than Piastri by a few 100ths of a second, about 4 100ths. That's pretty darn good from Lando. Very good, actually, from Lando Norris. So we'll go ahead and speed up time as they're on their in-laps, and we'll kind of see where the chips fall. Let's reconfigure Piastri here. We'll confirm him back on that set of tires. And Lando, I'm honestly okay with burning... is it okay if burning through another set? Minus 7 seconds. That's okay. I kind of want him on a fresh set of tires so that he could try to push for a Q2. This Piastri kind of jumping down the times. Let's see where he's going to end up. We're getting pretty darn close here. Norris is kind of on the bubble right now. Yuki Tsunoda is going to go out. We're going to send out Piastri now, just to get another lap in for him. And Norris is going to have to put in a decent time here, so we're going to put him out early. Let's see here. Issues. Kind of just looking around. We could take manual control of Norris, but I'm not too worried about that. As Piastri starts his flyer. Let's see what he can do. Can he put in a purple... Puts in a green first sector, which is very nice. We've got a penalty from Tsunoda, potentially. I don't know if that's a penalty or just a warning, as Lando Norris... Let's see where he's at. He put in a green first sector. Piastri yellow. Piastri with the yellow third sector, and he's in 19th position. He wasn't able to do much better on his lap. But here comes Norris. Can he get out of the bottom and into Q3? Q3, or Q2, I should say, Lando Norris goes 12th. Not too shabby. He's only 1.64 off the pace, and that's exactly where he was for practice. That's very good from Lando. I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm honestly, I want him to stay out. I know one of the comments down below told us to keep our racers out to see if that'll help. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Will it burn through a set of tires to maybe get him into Q2? I think it will, but that's okay. I kind of hope he can get there. And really all depends on what other drivers are going to be doing, realistically speaking. Let's speed this up a little bit. All right, Norris. We're going to go all out. Oh, he's not going to have gas. I don't think he's going to have enough gas to get around the track.
Remember, that is the checkered flag, so we are boxes back.
Ha! He doesn't have enough gas. I didn't really think about that one there. As he's kind of just chilling there in Sector 2. Piastri in 20th position. Car retired. Oh, God. I'm a little scared now. I don't know if he's technically going to get into Q2. Driver eliminated. Okay, so Lando Norris did technically make it to Q. Wait. Oh, I don't know. Are we going to be able to do... No! Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we're not going to do what the one comment said last time. Although I should have put maybe more gas, but then he wouldn't have been as fast. He technically did make it to Q2, but he wasn't able to run in Q2. He wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it out of Q2 anyways. But he maybe could have fought to get a little bit better of a position. That's unfortunate. So in theory, we did make it to Q2, but we are starting the race. That's kind of a live and learn lesson there. We probably should have brought him back in and sent him directly back out again. That is what it is. It's again, it's a good learning moment. 50-lap race, and we're going to need to figure out the strategy in which we want for our drivers. So let's select... I'm thinking maybe A for Piastri. I'm thinking Piastri goes soft medium. And then I'm going to think Lando, I want medium to soft on this race because it's pretty even if he had the same strategy as Norris, or as Piastri. I want Norris to do the one-stop medium to soft. Although, if we do a soft to hard, it is technically 6 seconds slower. Let's see if we edit it, if it makes it any better. No. Yeah, no, it's technically... It would not make it any better. So we're going to go with... soft to medium for Lando, or no, sorry. We're going medium to soft. We'll finish the race off with the soft tires for Lando, and then Piastri will go soft to medium to see if he would be able to kind of get that going during the race and see what we can do with that. Driver options. Interesting. Okay. But I think that's where we're going to go. Honestly, the way Norris has been driving with that new front wing, I'm pretty excited to see what he can do. Starting in 15th 2 positions better than we did in the last Grand Prix. Again, a little bit of a mishap there in qualifying. He wasn't able to run in Q2 as he was technically out, but the red lights are on. Green flag is waved, and we are about to get lights out here in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're going to watch up top as a fight for the first corner. Both Red Bulls looking to get around the Aston Martin and Alonso, and Verstappen is going to make the pass on that play there. Norris does look like he is fighting with Logan Sargent for 14th, and Sargent is going to hold on to that position as we get down further in the track on the first half of the lap. Norris fighting there. Piastri struggling a little bit to stay on the back. And that's quite interesting. I know he did a little bit better in practice sessions, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm curious. Tires, it's kind of a mixture near the back of who is actually on what tires. And down back to the front, Verstappen and Perez going at it right here, as then Alonso, Leclerc, Sainz, Stroll, Hamilton, Magnussen up there in 8th. Russell and Ocon round out the rest of the top 10. As Lando's got to keep up with Logan Sargent. Piastri hanging on to the back. I don't know if I want to push those tires hard just now this early. Let's hop on the individual cam and then let me get back to the interval and kind of keep a close eye on that. He is keeping it within under a second touching distance, and Lando Norris is going to need to catch up here if he wants to stay in touch. I thought he was going to dive bomb there. Logan Sargent, as Yuki Tsunoda trying to take him on the outside, and he is going to do so. Not what we like to see there. Let me take a look at the track. The rubber is low. Let's get aggressive on Lando and see. Holy smokes, an absolute dive bomb there by Zhou. Absolutely crazy on that one. And let's go ahead and we'll keep it neutral. ERS battle assist. We will put on on Norris, and then Piastri we're going to put up to the aggressive as well, and we will let him do ERS battle assist. And at this point we kind of just need to manage the tires. We need to have a smart race here from our drivers, and if Norris, he's already down 2 spots, he's got to find a way to fight back, because it's honestly, it's looking like the highest we're going to get is going to be 14th in this race. So we just got to play it smart. Not the best of first laps from the squad, but we will get this up to ×8 and kind of watch along here and see what's going on. DRS is enabled, and we just got to keep a look on those timesheets, as Norris is definitely catching Zhou Guanyu in front of him. The timesheet was looking pretty good in favor of him. Let's take a look down to Piastri. He's got to keep up with them. His tires only at 90%. Let's take a look at the rest of the field. 87% for Bottas. De Vries is at 90 on his mediums. Norris 93. So Norris is definitely going to be able to go a little bit longer, I think, when it comes to doing a little bit better on those mediums than those around him. And it looks like he's on the tail of Zhou Guanyu, trying to make the pass on the last turn of the lap. And it does look like he was able to get the job done. Moving back into 16th, we're about a second and a half off of Yuki Tsunoda. So we've got a lot of work to do there. Let's make sure that we do not give the position back. Man, that was a dangerous turn right there. Piastri still 1.3 off the lead. Maybe we should have put him on like a hard, soft run for Piastri, because he's definitely struggling. That lack of experience really showing for him. So let's hope he can do a little bit better as the race goes on. Right on Bottas. And can he make it sticker? Is Bottas going to put on the squeeze? He does not. And that is a great pass from Piastri, as we're now trying to take on Yuki Tsunoda with the ERS enabled. Soft tires are overheating a little bit here, but we're going to need to kind of push it on as this race goes on. It's only lap 6 of 50, and we're trying to get up in some decent positions right now with Piastri, and I was not really expecting to see this from Piastri with the slow start he did have, but so far so good. He's got to keep on the back there, keep the DRS enabled whenever we have the option to open our wings, as Norris does seem to be pulling away from that group of 17 through 20, which is very nice. He's just got to stick with this little DRS train of Sargent and Sonoda in hopes to get up to 14th position, as Sargent making a pass there on Sonoda. Let's see if Sonoda is going to fight back on him. Sonoda doesn't have the DRS, and can we take him on? We're going to kind of take a little bird's eye view on this. This is an interesting battle for 14th right here, as Norris trying to take the inside route there on Sonoda, and can he make it happen on the last turn of the lap? He's just got to hold on. Norris out of ERS. We're going to need to go to top up, as we're going to make a double pass. We take Sonoda and Sargent, moving up to 14th, and that is beautiful right there. What a play, what a move by Norris. Up into 14th position. Absolutely amazing. Let's take the replay on that one. Very good stuff there. Taking a double pass there on Sonoda and Sargent. Sargent didn't have the DRS on that play, and Sonoda was kind of stuck in, boxed in there by us passing on the outside, and Yuki couldn't go on the inside, and we come out on top of that battle. We're about 2.6 out from Alexander Albon, and moving up closer to the points as Piastri. We're going to hop back on board with him. He is trying to catch Nick DeVries. And we're going to go back to neutral on the ERS. The ERS actually has been very effective early in this race. Let's take a look at tires degradation. It looks like DeVries there on 80% versus our 72 of the soft for Piastri. It's quite interesting there, but Lando Norris 82% with his mediums versus Sargent at 77% on the mediums. That is quite, I would say, in our favor. Alexander Albon 72% on the softs. Hulkenberg doing a very good job keeping it at 79% on his tire wear. And we're going to go back to the bird's eye view, kind of bump this back up to, we'll go ×4 for now. Kind of just keep an eye out on things, as Piastri kind of in no man's land right now when it comes to making any passes, although he is getting closer and closer. Let's take a look here at Piastri. And man, oh man, he's had a very good race today so far. I know it's a battle for the back and it's not that exciting, but Piastri has been very good on these soft tires in this race. He's just got to find a way to keep it going, because not too far behind is Bottas, lurking in 20th position. I would really love to not be last in this race. So hopefully this battle between Zhou Guanyu and Nick DeVries kind of burns out their tires a little bit, and we can kind of just lurk there in the shadows. Although Piastri down to 65% with his soft tires is worse out of all three of them, as he tried to make a little move there. Can we get a little high-low action? Zhou Guanyu getting past DeVries there. Let's take a look up here to Norris. Looks like Sargent is in a good spot when it comes, or Sargent, I said Sargent, I meant Lando, is in a good spot in front of Sargent, who is kind of out of DRS range, which is nice for him, but we're kind of in a good spot to simulate forward. Piastri overtakes Zhou Guanyu. Let's take a look at this replay here. On the first turn, he kind of takes the outside line and squeezes him out there with an ability to push down that little straight before the next couple of turns. He wasn't able to get the move done, it looks like. Although Piastri did make the move stick, and he is on the tail of Nick DeVries. Hopefully he can get this move done before he gets to like 55% on his soft tires, because he is definitely struggling, and DeVries, it will be able to run a little bit longer on those tires. If anything, hold the phone. I'm going to pause it because I do kind of want to take a look at this. Yeah, he's probably not going to make that tire change. We're going to need to edit our strategy here, because we're going to need to... I'm thinking we're going to need the hard tire to see this race out for Piastri. Yeah, we're going to update strategy A. In hopes that he is going to be able to make it to that on the hard tire. Lando's done a very good job on his mediums, it looks like. So we'll continue on with that and see what Piastri can do as he's putting De Vries under pressure. Honestly, we're going to need to go back to standard here on those tires. We need to look after them a little bit longer and kind of hold tight and see if we can maybe just get a pass on standard, as it does look like Piastri is going to take a little bit of a nibble there on the inside, but De Vries has the outside line into that second turn and will make the defensive move stick on that one. So we'll go back up to the bird's eye view. Times 8. Norris is 2 seconds off of Albon. And Piastri does make the move on De Vries back to standard on those soft tires. With the DRS enabled, he kind of just rode that out on the inside line on that long kind of bending turn and was able to see that one out getting towards the end of the track. So that is nice there. Piastri up, although he gave the spot back. Nice. What's Sonoda on? Sonoda's on 84%. Oh man, I'm thinking we're gonna need to switch. We'll go soft. Screw it. Next lap. Hold on, we need this lap. Soft tires. Lando is gonna have to make them last. De Vries overtook Piastri. Makes sense. We're kind of just seeing if Piastri can last on those tires. Oh, this is going to be quite interesting. Has Lando... Oh, Lando pitted. I wanted to watch his pit stop. Oh, well. He's going to have to get those tires up to snuff. He's up to 15th, so basically where we started. We're a solid 6 seconds back. And let's deploy the ERS on both of our drivers in hopes that they can make it stick and get up a little bit further up the road. The top 5 right now: Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, and Alonso. Pit stop issue for Esteban Ocon, which is quite interesting. I wonder if he will kind of hold up traffic a little bit. Pack is low. Yeah, we're going to have to top up with him. Let's go back to neutral with Lando. Piastri's a solid 4 seconds behind De Vries now. He's just not very good at keeping those tires in a good spot, which is unfortunate. But we're going to have to kind of just watch this race unfold. He's doing a good job on those tires. We were passed by Sargent. We'll take a look at the replay here. Sargent just had the DRS enabled, was able to get by us pretty easily. It looks like on the outside, and he made it stick going into having the optimum exit there on that little exchange. So that's okay. We'll go back to neutral and high on the overtaking. Norris overtakes Sargent. So we've got a little bit of a battle here. That was down the main straightaway. And man, Sargent, very dangerous, but we have the outside. So on turn 2, able to kind of squeeze him out a little bit, but we have to make it stick here on this next turn. And it does look like Norris was able to keep that for a little bit. He ends up losing it. So let's go into this battle. Absolutely awesome battle here right now as Lando pushing this to the limit. We'll probably get him here with the DRS. Let's hope he can make it stick. Let's go to this camera angle and take a look here on board with Lando. Take him to the outside. He's going to try to go the long way around Sargent, squeeze him out a little bit. Foot on the throttle, and there it is. Lando up to 15th where he qualified. And he is going to push it a little bit, but I assume that Sargent is going to find a way to try to use that DRS. Here he comes. Is he going to take the outside line? Norris does a very decent job defending and keeps him from taking the outside on turns 1 and 2. So that is a very decent job done there. I kind of wish both these drivers would find a way to work together to see if they could catch up to Yuki Tsunoda, because he's a solid 15 seconds back then from Alexander Albon. So quite a ways away from moving up the grid, our McLaren right now, and it does look like we're kind of getting a little bit of pull away from Sargent. He's on 66% on those soft tires, so I'm wondering if he's got a 3-stop in him. We're going to have to see those tires out to the end. Let's push on the fuel a little bit here and just keep an eye out on that. We've got kind of plus 1.4 kg on our guys there. Let's see if we can use that, pushing that to move up the grid a little bit, but I'll keep an eye on that. If it gets close to like 0.08 plus kg, I'll hold off on pushing with the fuel. So we've got 15 laps to go. It does look like Sargent is trying to overtake Norris right now, and Norris overtakes him back. Let's actually take a look at that replay. We've got quite the battle going on between Norris and Sargent. Williams versus McLaren. You would think that the McLaren has them. I would maybe say that their potential powertrain unit is a little bit better than ours, but you can see Yuki Tsunoda there up the road, the rabbit that we are chasing, and we've got it now under 3 seconds. Kind of like on the brink of 3 seconds, and you can see there a battle back and forth between Norris and Sargent on turns 1 and 2. And Norris, we're going to put the balance back to the fuel usage on both of our drivers. That's down to plus 1 on the kilograms, as the battle continues between Norris and Sargent. Back and forth. They need to stop doing that, or they're going to just burn up their tires, unfortunately. But let's take a look. I honestly think Sargent is doing this because his tires are they're dying. He's at 56% on those softs. Piastri's 68 on the hards. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it on those hards. Right now it's saying that he will, and he's doing a decent job, but the looks of it, it'll be close for him. Lando's doing a very good job keeping those softs. We're not going to really be able to push Lando on those softs too much, as we're going to bump this now up to ×8 on the speed, as we are fast approaching 10 laps remaining. We can see Yuki Tsunoda there. You can see him kind of just barely up the road. He's keeping it at that 3-second mark. As we're pretty close to doing that. So let's actually hop on board with Lando Norris as we are catching Yuki Tsunoda, but we've got the Red Bulls on our tail, which is quite interesting. We're going to kind of back off the fuel as well, as they're now below 1.1 on the fuel usage, but Norris is within DRS range of Yuki Tsunoda as he's looking to take the pass down the main straight, and the Red Bulls are fighting for top position as well. Lando Norris trying to make the move stick on Yuki Tsunoda, but he's going to hold us out. But oh, what a move there by Norris. He was able to push it through, and the Red Bulls kind of slow up Yuki Tsunoda for us. With a little blue flag action, that kind of worked to our advantage right there. As Lando Norris, let's take a look at that replay, able to make it stick there. Really thought Tsunoda was going to squeeze us out there, but puts his foot on the gas. Kind of got a little glitchy there with the Red Bulls coming through, basically blue flagging Tsunoda, and that made the move stick for Lando Norris, as we've got a 1.73 second lead on Yuki Tsunoda. So we've moved up one position there in the overalls from where we were able to qualify. So far, so good. We got the blue flag there. That's going to allow Yuki Tsunoda to get back in it. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. The Red Bulls kind of get us there with the blue flag. letting them go by, and Yuki Tsunoda back in it. He's got the DRS on Lando. And what's going to happen here? Lando Norris is going to have to play some good defense here with 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Piastri, let's take a look at the tires. Piastri could probably push it a little bit, and let's do so with Piastri. Let's put him on attack, and let's see what he can do. I'm intrigued. With a couple laps to go, he's definitely going to be able to make it. Let's take a look at Tsunoda. We could definitely push Tsunoda right now. Let's put that on aggressive for Lando in hopes that we are going to be able to defend. And let's see what we can do. Tsunoda on older tires, and they are mediums, with Lando on softs. Let's take a look here at those intervals. We are on second to last lap of this Grand Prix, and you can see there, putting it on aggressive has definitely given us a little bit of space there with Lando on Yuki Tsunoda, which is very nice. About 7/100ths a little bit faster than him heading into the first big winding turn down after that first half of the lap. If not, we're going to need to find a way in the driver market to upgrade if possible. Although he is so young, I want to develop Piastri and Norris together and kind of create a super team if possible before the next F1 Manager 24 game. And you can see there we're pulling away from Yuki Tsunoda, getting closer to the end of the race. Piastri 13 seconds off the front. Lando is going to see it through in 14th position. We'll hop on the onboard to finish out his race as we get into the final turn of this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Not the best of races as a team as a whole, but a very solid performance from Lando Norris, able to do one better than his last time out, getting getting 14th in the race, 3 seconds faster than Yuki. We were able to outrace Tsunoda, Sargent, Bottas, De Vries, and Zhou Guanyu. So if you ask me, we're technically the 3rd best car on the grid, or 3rd worst car on the grid. Yeah, something like that. As Piastri, he made it. He got close. He got to 10 seconds within there, and we'll push on the gas too, and we'll kind of just deploy the ERS as well to see how much closer we can actually get Piastri seconds wise to the back of the grid. And he is going to finish his race as well in 20th. Very disappointing from Piastri. I really thought he would do a little bit better, considering in practice he finished around 18th. But overall, a better weekend. I think this was a better weekend. We had a learning curve in qualifying that we probably shouldn't have left Lando Norris out there. I didn't think they would disqualify us from taking place in Q2, but that's just me not really knowing the rules of Formula One in qualifying sessions. But there we are. The race is finished. Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz. So it goes Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin. And you can see there as the drivers hopping out of their car. I don't know if that's De Vries or Norris. Kind of just chucking that there. That is Piastri chucking that out. And we can see here the results. Verstappen up to positions to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Sergio Perez started on pole and then ended up losing out to his teammate. Leclerc up 2 positions, finishing in 3rd. Carlos Sainz qualified in 4th and finished in 4th. Fernando Alonso, disappointing day from him. It looks like down 3 positions to finish in 5th. Big mover, it does look like Pierre Gasly. Finished in 9th, up 3 positions. Kevin Magnussen, down 4 positions, finished in 12th. Kind of disappointing from him. It looks like Lando up 1, Yuki up 1, Sargent down 2, Bottas up 2, De Vries down 1, Zhou Guanyu down 1, and then Oscar Piastri down there in last place. You can see here Drivers' Championship, Verstappen leading Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, and Lance Stroll to round out the top 5. Mercedes outside the top 5 with both their drivers moving down 2 positions. Leclerc up 3 with a nice 15-point day for him. Looking at the Constructors' Championship, it does look like Aston Martin has moved up a spot and bumped down Mercedes. The Williams has moved up against AlphaTauri. We do actually move up against the Alfa Romeo. Not really sure how that works because we have not scored any points. I'm assuming it's where your driver has finished overall, so we'll take that. We're no longer dead last when it comes to the non-point teams. We just got to find a way to develop some car parts and move our way up into 7th or 6th position. I think I want to be fighting 5 and 6, but it's definitely going to be tough because in those positions we're going to need to score some points. So very interesting here. Results for the pit stop. It does look like we were able to score 15 points on the day. Fastest stop, we are still in first, which is very nice. I don't know if we actually get any money for that, but sitting there on top, 40 points above Ferrari, AlphaTauri, Red Bull, and Aston Martin rounding out that top 5. Yeah, so you can see there the full breakdown from our drivers. Practice, Piastri was 17th, qualifying 20th, race 20th. Lando practice was 13th, and then qualifying 15th, and the race was 14th. So kind of around that, just behind mid-pack for all of those. And then Palou not doing anything as our reserve driver. We do end up getting almost about $3.5 million from our sponsors from the race. But that is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix weekend, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like. It does look like manufacturing has been completed for our side pods, which is awesome, and we will be able to utilize those upgrades heading into Australia, which is perfect. We've got a new upgrade for Oscar Piastri in his home race, and I'm honestly hopeful that Lando Norris will be able to do a little bit better as well heading into the next weekend for McLaren as we look to move up the Drivers' Championship, Constructors' Championship. I'm really hoping, honestly, my goal for the next Grand Prix in Australia is to score a point. If we can get 10th with Lando Norris, that would be amazing. That would jolt us up to at least 7th or 6th in the Constructors' Championship standings and would honestly be better than where McLaren were last year at this point in the season. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, be sure to drop a like on it. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But that's going to be it for this one, and we will see you guys in the next episode.